My name is Kainalui Kaika Villanueva. From the time I was very young, I have been coming to this cemetery to care for the grave of my great grandmother, Kaiakea Kaihui Kaina. Her bones are buried here within the boundaries of the ahupuaa of Waiahu, on the northwestern part of Maui. The ahupuaa of Waiahu begins at Pu'ukukui, the highest point of the Kahalavai mountain range. Moisture from the clouds collects in this watershed area and forms the Waiahu stream that flows down to the offshore area between Paukukalo and Waiahu Beach Park. This ahupua'a was part of the fertile area known as Napoko. Waiahu Stream is one of the four streams that are collectively known as Navai Eha. Waiahu is translated to mean spraying water and refers to the misty spray that flies out when the upland water comes down the cliffs. The abundance of water in the ahupua'a allowed the people of the past as well as today to develop agricultural resources to sustain life.
Chiefess Namahana was born in Waiahu and inherited the lands of both Waiahu and Waihe'i. She was married to her half-brother Kamehameha Nui, the ruler of Maui. Following his death, she married Keeaumoku, a Hawaii chief who had fled to Maui after rebelling against the Hawaii mo'i. This was seen as an act of rebellion to her brother Kahekili, who later engaged in the Battle of Kalai'ili'ili with Keeaumoku. Keeaumoku and his wife fled to Hana, where Namahana gave birth to Ka'ahumanu. After the Battle of Kepanivai, Kahekili gave control of Waiahu to the ruling chief of Kauai. This was not acceptable to the chiefs of Maui, and they rose against the Kauai chief in a battle fought at Paukukalo. The Maui hero was Koalaukani, who showed his courage as he dodged the long and short spears of the Kauai soldiers.
During the Great Mahele, many families in the ahupua'a of Waiahu applied for land patents and were granted kuleana lands. My auntie continues to live on the land that was awarded to our family. In the past, plenty of water flowed in the ditch and allowed for verdant taro patches, but the water no longer flows and maintaining the taro is difficult. But the property continues to be a peaceful and fruitful place for the family. As families left their lands to seek jobs in more urban areas, commercial groups such as Sea Brewer and Company and Hawaii Commercial and Sugar came in and took control of water and land to grow sugarcane. Wailuku Agribusiness came in later and planted macadamia nuts. Many of the kuleana lands were quiet titled by commercial development groups and sold to private owners. The state, county, and the Department of Hawaiian Homelands also owns much of the land in Waiahu. Ancestors knew that caring for the land and water ensured resources would be available to sustain the families of the ahupua'a. It is important that we continue to do this today. Trash erosion, land development, and water runoff have affected the life in Waiahu Stream and the offshore waters. My auntie works with Waihe'e Limu Restoration, and together we looked at the river mouth in Waiahu. There was very little limu growing in the area. We found papipi, opihi, and limu kohu at Waiahu Beach Park. We had to travel to Kanaha to see samples of the limu that at one time were common in Waiahu. I also learned about invasive limu that impacts the shoreline.
Aloha, I'm Alison Barrows with Waihe'e Limu Restoration. And one of the main purposes of Waihe'e Limu Restoration is focus on these four points. Malama i ke kai, malama i ke kahawai, malama i ke aina. Which means take care of the sea, take care of streams, take care of the land. Malama i ke poi, and they will take care of the people. And that's what we're doing at Waihe'e. Wow.
The bones of my ancestors rest in the sands of this land of Waiahu. They worked hard to preserve the resources for my generation. Now it's up to me to continue the work. My name is Kainala Villanueva, and this is my ahupua'a.